SypherPK is in a little bit of hot water, and emphasis on the little because this isn't like a major situation, but it's an interesting topic to cover either way. SypherPK has had an update on his new map, a brand new version of his map. There is a new version of Rocket Wars named Rocket Wars Looted, and to kind of hype it up, SypherPK did a big giveaway. A few people had an issue with this, but this is one of those things where I'm kind of on both sides. We'll walk you through it. Somebody called out SypherPK. SypherPK clapped back. We're going to take a look at how everybody feels about this. I'm going to give my thoughts, and as always, guys, I would love to know what you think about it down below afterwards. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's start this off with Superjoy Studios initially posting this. Rocket Wars Looted coming tomorrow, March 5th. If you guys are not familiar with Rocket Wars, this is the map by SypherPK. Spankysully took this, quote tweeted it, and said this: PSA, if your map needs giveaways to survive, give up, move on, and try again. SypherPK did end up responding to that, saying this: what maps are even surviving in this current ecosystem? XP exploits, botted maps, IP infringing ripoffs. Giveaways are a decent way to engage a community onto a map. Bad, salty take from you as usual. And now from the as usual point, I'm unfamiliar if these two have actually butted heads before, because both posts ended up getting a ton of views, a ton of replies. A lot of people have been talking about this. I don't know if these two have had any confrontations before, but regardless, this one is not over yet. Kyle did replying saying, "Go Goated is doing good, I think." Sypher replied back to that, "Haha, now I know you're full of crap. Where am I lying?" And that's where it ended there. SypherPK no longer responded. So before we get into what everybody has to say about this, I want to give my thoughts on the entire situation, okay? So the biggest thing is, I don't think giveaways are an issue. I understand that people were like, oh my god, well, your map can't stand on its own. I'm like, who cares? Like, if somebody wants to do a giveaway to promote their map, if somebody wants to engage with their community, there's nothing wrong with giveaways, and everybody has a different motive for it too. There's a lot of people that actually really care about their community, actually want to make it some big event, and some people can win some prizes through things, or there are people just, and this is where I kind of understand the other side of the argument too, where it's like, oh, you're just taking, you're taking naive children and making them think that they can win something and just tricking them into playing your map. I get where people are coming from that, so it comes down to your initial motive. Either way, like, I don't see the big deal. These people are playing Fortnite. If they want to go on and log on to a map to have a chance of winning a giveaway, I personally don't care. But to be honest with you, what's shocking to me is that Sypher's map isn't doing well. Like, and I mean, like, it gets plays, but obviously it's not doing as well as SypherPK would like, and they need to just continue to do these types of giveaways to get the player count peaking, and then everybody's talking about it again, everybody's logging on, they can make some money. It's so strange to me. Even, like, I played Sypher's map a few times, and while, like, it's an okay map, it's just not nearly my first go-to. I think I've played it when it came out, and then I haven't played it again personally, but I don't think it's a bad map. There's nothing really crazy about it that makes me go, yeah, let's go play Rocket Wars, you know? Like, and sorry, I know what I just did there. I don't mean to be disrespectful. It's just like, I don't get hyped up to play Rocket Wars, and I don't think I've touched it since. It's just shocking to me in general that someone with the status of SypherPK, people don't want to play his map just because SypherPK made the map. I wouldn't have guessed that. I would have thought that somebody with his status would get plays on his map no matter what, and he does, but obviously it's not to his liking. And I was talking with a few people about this, and just because, like, in case they want to remain private, and they didn't post anything publicly, this was like a private conversation. I'm not going to share to you who said this. So they really made me think, because I would have thought that with Sypher's status, he could pump out like the most piece of crap map at all time, and it would get plays. People would like to play SypherPK's map. I was completely wrong in that, and I'm sure, like, for some people, yeah, you know what, like, some people will play SypherPK's map no matter what because they're giant fans of SypherPK. Especially with SypherPK clapping back at this, it's a little bit of a point of frustration for him, especially as a creator, again, to his status, and this really goes to show that the idea of the map, the way the map plays, and just the creation of the map in general and the game mode that you put out is more important than actually status and possibly even promotion. It's like, that I just wouldn't have guessed that. I know it's equally as important, if not like more, than to have a good map, but this just proves it, man. This just proves it. But on the other side of the coin of that, like, if he has to keep the map alive, and I'm alive by like his own terms, right? If he has to keep the player base peaking by just constantly doing giveaways, I actually really don't see a problem with that. He has a large amount of reach. A lot of people love watching SypherPK. It doesn't make his map any better, but if he's doing it, like, who cares? And this is what we were talking about with the last couple creative videos that we've made. Do you think people at the top, and by at the top, like I use Dagwami as an example because Dagwami is one of the creators of Minigame Box PvP, one of the most successful maps ever. And the reason that I'm bringing this up is because there are also a lot of UEFN devs that have been talking about this. Do you think somebody like Dagwami is worried about what SypherPK is doing, what all of these other IP and I'm not saying Cypher's using IP infringement, just that's what we were talking about last time. Do you think that these successful maps are worried about what SypherPK does? Because a lot of the outrage here has been through a lot of people just talking about like, well, he's taking up a spot in Discovery. It's like, it's one spot. The chances of that being your map is very, very low, and we're getting a little bit off topic. But the point being, I think that a bunch of developers should just worry about their own thing. I think that if SypherPK wants to have giveaways for his map, that's great. It could be for his community too. If he really, really cares about his community and wants to get everybody together, that's a good thing. I just understand where everybody's coming from too, saying, all right, well, this is the only reason why this map is getting plays is because people are just constantly having giveaways on it. People are cheating the system, and I haven't looked into like the details about it myself, but a lot of people are saying like it's wrong to have timers on the map, have people playing for a certain amount of time. But if you're getting people in the game and you're actually not hurting anybody, I personally don't see the issue with it. Do I look at SypherPK's map and think that he's having giveaways just to keep the player base peaking? I do think that, but at the end of the day, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less what SypherPK does. I don't care about what he does about his map. I don't care how he gets the player numbers. I'm just personally not interested in playing the map. I'm going to go play the games that I like playing. A lot of people are also mad at him for using his status to promote his map. There's also nothing wrong with that. He worked very, very hard to get the amount of status, get the amount of influence that he has. If he uses that on his creative maps, that's no problem, but most of your creators who have maps are doing the same thing. I look at this, I don't really care that much, but it doesn't make it any less true, the fact that he does have to use the giveaways to keep people playing his map. And that's still like, I can't believe that. I would have never guessed that. As always, though, it's not just about what I think. Let's take a look at what people had to say in reply to Kyle and in replies to SypherPK and responses to myself over on X. I ended up posting this. Going to cover this thread in a video. If you have any thoughts, drop them below and I will include some. Thank you for your time, and for everybody who did participate, thank you very, very much. If you would like to join the conversation, we have videos like this all the time. Follow me at Clen YouTube on X, or you can find the link tree at the top of the description, or if you scroll down, you can find the direct link to X right there as well. Thank you very much for being here, everybody. Let's get started on what everybody had to say. PBJ had this to say: doing giveaways is fine. If it keeps your map alive, that's fine too. Discovery is kind of hard to get into, and keeping people on will help with that. I don't know why people think it's such a big deal. Everyone against him seems to have a personal problem rather than anything actually about Fortnite. I know a lot of people have problems with Discovery in general, like getting into that map, and people are mad at people like SypherPK who do everything that they can to get into Discovery, but I would imagine the vast majority of people would also promote their map in any way if they're possible. But yeah, I'm with PBJ on this one, guys. Doing giveaways is fine. If it keeps your map alive, then that's fine too. SypherPK didn't shoot anybody in the head over here, okay? Let's continue on to what Urgent had to say. Doing giveaways to gain numbers sounds like a bad idea, but if you use the giveaway as bait, like worm on a hook to get people interested in your content, and it turns out your content is actually really good, boom. But organic growth is always better. I would imagine that organic growth is always better too. And something about organic growth I forgot to mention too, because we were talking about the idea that the original idea for the map is more important than promotion, because look at things like Only Up. Look at things that got a lot of traction, like again, Minigame Box PvP. Really, really original and fun maps. With a little bit of promotion, with getting the right amount of plays, like they could really, really succeed. You don't necessarily have to rely on giveaways or anything like that. But I mean, again, I don't think there's a problem with anybody really doing that. But I don't think that it sounds like even a bad idea. I have to disagree with Urgent there, but it is nice when your content actually is really good, and then you catch people in, you have a giveaway, people come in, they come play your map, and all of a sudden they like it. There you go, you got a new fan. Let's continue on, though, over to what Dylan had to say. No problem with giveaways. I've got one planned for Friday with the Genesis event coming next week. We aren't doing it to have our map survive. We're doing it to pay back our communities for all the support they've given to us. That's the thing with this, right? You rarely know somebody's true motives with it, because I personally can vouch that everybody I've ever had in contact over at Genesis Studios has been nothing but phenomenal, and I wholeheartedly believe that they're doing this to give back to their communities for all the support. But even if somebody's just doing that for the sake of like, hey, numbers on the map, I don't see the issue there either, because at the end of the day, someone's winning the giveaway. You know, someone's getting some V-Bucks or someone's getting some money, whatever the end of the giveaway ends up being. You never know somebody's true motive, so you kind of have to like let it all fly. But even if like even if I knew somebody was just doing a giveaway for completely 100% the sake of their numbers, I still wouldn't care. Be like, okay, someone wins a giveaway, whatever. Emmanuel had this to say about it. He's absolutely right. Call me a hater, but if you need constant giveaways, it means people don't want to play the map for the content, only the rewards. I hate how people, especially PK fans, insulted him for giving genuine advice. And Emmanuel's right in what he had to say here. People don't want to play the map for the content, but if people are willing to go to that map to potentially win a giveaway, I just don't see the issue over there. But Emmanuel is right in what he had to say over here. Dustin had this to say, maybe creators who make good games should start marketing like this too. When good creators started marketing with XP, it was pretty obvious that it was affecting the other creators, and this continued on just a little bit. There were some replies over with Kyle. Won't be the same. We don't have millions of kids looking up to us. We can then take advantage of their naive minds to get more plays. No, but most of us have loyal followings and higher CCUs without having to do these things. If well-known maps people are already playing start doing these types of events, I think those maps could benefit from it. Therein lies the problem. Cannot advertise a giveaway in-game. I understand where both of these are coming from. This is one of the problems, guys. This is one of those videos, and we've been having a few of them recently, by the way. Like, it's a little bit strange where I see both sides of this. Most of my thoughts are, I don't care about this whole thing, but it does make for an interesting discussion. Guys, please like the video if you have not, if you're enjoying it, and comment down below. How about the algorithm, by the way? Get these videos pushed out organically. Luna Lot had this to say, giveaways are just a form of marketing. I don't see how it's a bad thing to try and keep a project alive. Yeah, exactly. Keep pushing out the updates. Maybe one will hit and people will continue to play your map. Giveaways are a form of marketing, and a lot of people are upset. They get upset when people do giveaways because, like, well, I made a really good map and I don't have the money to do a giveaway. I made a really good map and I don't have the influence to promote my map like SypherPK does. So get an influence and get more money. You just need to work on that. If you really, really want to, it's not fair to just like tell SypherPK not to take advantage of something like that. Let's continue on to, and Supa had to say, I mean, bro, I love Sypher, but this is honestly like a helpful tip for him and his studio. Think about it, needing to always include a giveaway just to make the player count peak just shows that the game isn't played for the map, but just the prizes. It will just die again. That will probably happen, and what Sypher and his team should do is figure out why that is, make a better experience, or even just make a whole new map. It needs to have some sort of originality, is what it seems like to really pop off, but it's absolutely true. The people are just coming to the maps for the giveaways, and that's it. If Sypher's okay with that, then he's okay with that. You get the player peak every once in a while, you spend a little bit of money, and I'm sure that he gets a lot more money than whatever he bought for his giveaway. Let's continue on to what Crimson had to say about this. I don't see how this is a bad thing. Fans get a chance to win some V-Bucks to buy skins or emotes they want in the shop. Sypher gets more money to do more giveaways. Cycle repeats. Everyone is happy, except Twitter. But yeah, I'm unfortunately with that, guys. I just don't see the big deal. If, like, I'm not mad that for Sypher trying to get his map going. I'm not mad that it's not doing well. I'm not thinking about it, and when people are talking about that, I just go, okay. Like, one day I want to get into map creating, guys, and eventually once I start doing this content thing full-time, I am going to get into map creating. I have no idea what I'm going to end up doing, but I can tell you one thing's for sure. I will never be sitting down crying about somebody else doing well. I don't look at people having success saying that they're cheating the system or saying what they're doing is wrong or anything like that. I just see a opportunity that is unlike any other game company right now. The amount of money that you can make in Fortnite and with Fortnite maps is crazy. I will be working on my own craft, thinking about an original idea, but for now, I want you guys to check out this video right here where people actually were talking about cheating the system. There was a whole huge drama thing about it, guys. It's a lot more serious than this one. So thank you so much for spending your time over here, everybody. Take care.